There are certain things in life that you don't want to mix, such as fire and gasoline. And one of those things is video games and TV or movie adaptations. Let's face it, most of them suck. There's a couple decent ones here and there. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show and Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons are pretty decent, but still, for the most part, there's so many duds. Things like the recently released Assassin's Creed movie, things like the Silent Hill movies, things like the Mortal Kombat movies. Sure, they were cheesy fun, but at the end of the day, they weren't very good movies and they weren't very good representations of these franchises. So when it comes to TV and movie adaptations of video games, I usually steer away from them. But this latest one, folks, it's drawing me in, and I don't want it to draw me in because the franchise has been crap for a long time. I, of course, am talking about Castlevania.
Castlevania? More like Crapavania.
Honestly, there hasn't been a good Castlevania console game since the PS1 with Symphony of the Night. While there's some good handheld ones on the DS, Castlevania is just a shell of its former self. And now it is coming to Netflix as a cartoon series. Let's just get into the details. So yes, Castlevania is coming to Netflix. It's going to be an animated series, and the first season starts in 2017. Hey, that's this year. Now, what is this all about? Well, there's some information from Netflix describing the show here that I'll read to you guys. Inspired by the classic video game series, Castlevania is a dark medieval fantasy following the last surviving member of the disgraced Belmont clan, trying to save Eastern Europe from extinction at the hand of Vlad Dracula Tempe himself. The animated series is from Fredortor Studios, a WoW Unlimited media production, written by best-selling author and comic book icon Warren Ellis, and executive produced by Warren Ellis, Kevin Coldy, Fred Siebert, and Adi Shaknar. So we've also come to learn that this is going to be based on Castlevania 3. Now, Castlevania 3, of course, was the excellent NES game, takes place in 1476, and stars Trevor Belmont. Now, of course, there were some other characters in there, such as Sypha, Grant, and Alucard, all who went after Dracula. So I guess there is some sort of, there's material there to work with. There's definitely material there to work with. Now, what else is interesting is the aforementioned Adi Shaknar says that the game is based on Dracula 3, or Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, and he had the following to say to people. I am personally guaranteeing that this is going to be the best fucking video game adaptation ever to date. I've seen it, and it's fucking amazing. Now, granted, this gentleman looks kind of weird, picture there, so I don't know how much I should put into stake with him, but he did do the Judge Dredd reboot, and this is going to be an R-rated cartoon with what they're saying. So I'm hoping for violence, and that's why it's going to be R-rated, because last time I checked, there was never an MA-rated Castlevania game. They've all been rated T, and you never heard of Belmont say fuck or anything like that. So it would kind of be outside of character if they just, went just crazy with the series and crazy with the franchise. But based off Castlevania 3, you're off to a good start, because that is one of the finest NES games. The only fear I have is you had things like the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Now look at that movie, look at the source material, and then look at how it turned out.
Name? Mario. Last name? Mario. Okay, what's your name? Luigi.
It's completely opposite. And it was based on the original stuff, because they would do references to Toads and Koopas and whatnot. And it was just terrible. It was not a good film. Most films are not. Resident Evil films, they don't really touch on the Resident Evil franchise. Now, the CGI one was good. Degeneration, I believe it was called. But other than that, they've all been stinkers. All of the live action ones are stinkers. So the fact that this is a cartoon, the fact that people seem to be hyped about it, the fact that it's based on Castlevania 3, should you be excited for it? I'm not. I mean, I want to be because I love Castlevania. You guys know that. I'm a huge fan of Castlevania trilogy on the NES. 3 is one of the best games of all time. but I have my guard up. I've been burned too many times by terrible TV or movie adaptations of video games, and I don't feel that this one will be any different. You know, I do have Netflix, so I'm not at risk of running, you know, a big bill up or anything. I don't have to worry about going out of my way to pick up a DVD or a Blu-ray because it'll be available for streaming on Netflix. But people, keep your expectations low. Please, because I don't want to see people spazzing out over this. I'm sure I will do a reaction to whenever they release a live teaser for Castlevania on Netflix because I love Castlevania, man. I love the 2D Castlevanias. Forget the 3D ones. Anyways, let me know what you think of Castlevania on Netflix in the comment section down below. Will you be checking out this show? What your expectations are? Do you think the fact that they're using Castlevania 3 as the base for Season 1 is a good idea? And of course, that is technically the first game in the lineage of Castlevania as well, as it takes place before the original Castlevania in 1476. Let me know what you think about everything in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check out other videos on the channel. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. And if you really like my face and listening to me ramble about video games, check out my Patreon page. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.
Hi, I'm Wood from Beat 'em Up, so you might remember me from such videos as "Crikey mate, that's a boomerang you just hit me with," and other videos like "Oi, don't go down there, you'll wake her up, you bloody idiot." My channel is all about video games, and if you want to check me out on the YouTubes, click that link down below. My channel is much, much better than Sean's.